The Asterope technology is a result of years of hard work by some engineers in Portland, Oregon, who were developing a new high-end home audio speaker system. And they needed a higher performing cable to manage the signal that their system was generating. After some time working with the product, discovered that it had a high function and a good capability of being utilized as instrument cable. And so that's what took it from high-end home audio, and we're hoping to keep carrying it up through pro audio and to some other products as well.
Being an artist for Fishman, they first sent me the cable about 6 months ago, and I have a recording studio that I own, and I'm very much a connoisseur of tone and vintage gear and amps, and it means a lot to me to hear the clarity, especially once you start running a lot of things together, you can get degradation, and I just plugged in the Asterope, and right away I could hear the difference, you know, the clarity and the extended bandwidth. And one of the things is you got to play it, you got to kind of experience it, just the way that it flows, and there's less between, you know, yourself and the instrument. And that's something, as a musician, we're always trying to get the instrument out of our hands and speak from our souls, you know, and that this cable helps you do that.
I remember being in Austin, and Chet Himes was there, and he noted that. He said, you know, one of the most amazing things in telling how influential and what an impact this product is, he said, man, when an artist, the first time they plug it in, he said, beyond the wow factor that they get is they just all of a sudden they get quiet and they just start playing, you know, and he said, that's the telltale. It's the way they connect with their instrument. It's exciting. We've got more iconic players and producers that have jumped on board with this in the last 3 years than you can shake a stick at, and I'm really, really proud of that. There's a solid copper rod that runs through the insulation plate here that we solder to, so that you can see the copper tip there actually hits the interior of the jack, and that's exactly where we're wired to. And was working with David Grissom during that time, getting the new connectors figured out, and it didn't take long before we realized there was an immediate timbral difference between the gold connectors and the nickel connectors. The gold is more open, spatial, and bell-like. The nickel connectors, or the Stage Series, is more percussive and punchy, warmer sounding. You know, traditional quarter-inch cable was used by our grandparents to dial phone lines together, you know, and that's how they patched phone lines. And then somebody said, oh, that's great, you know, and I'm sure Leo Fender said, I'll just use this and we'll make this the hardware to move forward. And so for years, all of us as players have been working with a fairly archaic technology. There's a lot of beautiful music being trapped inside of guitars and amps and your speakers that we're not hearing because the conductive path is not delivering. This conductive path does, and it's exciting.